to Bangor. From the Great Northwoods to the Rockbound Coast and streaming live in HD worldwide at foxbangor.com, more people choose Good Morning Maine.
Today on Good Morning Maine, firefighters had to brave the dangerously cold weather over the weekend to battle a number of bad fires.
Also, an Ellsworth business is considering an outside help to help save a troubled bowling alley.
And it was a messy snowmobile ride to help raise money for the Pine Tree Camp. Good morning and welcome to Good Morning Maine. I'm Emma Smith.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Craig Colson. We'll have those stories and more coming up, but first we're going to talk about the weather. I know there's a delay in classes up in RSU 89 in the Katahdin region today because they have a power outage. I'm not sure if it's weather related or not, but it's causing some delays there. I do know some schools down in southern Maine are not opening today because they had some frozen water lines and they're repairing that. And I think we'll be running into that all morning. A lot of businesses are returning to find damage and to see how they fared because of the extreme cold weather we had on Saturday. And I bet you those plumbers are going to be out there busy today just trying to catch up. And a lot of people have been dealing without power, water in the last couple of days because of it. Just what a mess. I've seen a lot of photos on social media of businesses and private homes and renters of just, oh, well, there's water coming from somewhere. I guess that's my day now. So. The good news is the weather's a lot better now. It's a lot warmer. We'll have temperatures up in the 30s and into the 40s tomorrow. So we'll have some nice relief from that bitter cold weather. But that's also kind of loosening everything up, too. I know. So, I know. Pros and cons if you have to fix things today. Here's Devin Biggs with a forecast.
And thank you very much, Craig and Emma. Happy Monday. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Scott's Recreation, New England's largest trailer dealer, home of Maine's lowest camper and tractor prices, with locations in Turner, Manchester, Herman, and Orono, Maine. Alrighty, here we go. A gale watch in effect until 5 a.m. as we head towards your Tuesday. So probably later on today, we'll see this upgraded to a gale warning as we'll be watching for some active storm, possibly later today through Friday morning at around 5 a.m. Before that, though, we still have a small craft advisory in effect, and that drops at about 7 a.m. My guess here, though, is that they'll probably drop this and replace it with the gale warning or watch at some point because of the higher surf that we will be dealing with. But for now, we have been watching for a few snow showers that have been developing this morning. Northern ends of the state have been watching for a little bit of accumulations, even a report of up to an inch in the northern ends of the state being reported. But otherwise, though, still a few snow showers that do continue to fall. We'll see this taper off as the day progresses, but we will hold on to the clouds for the rest of the day. Otherwise, here's a system right here further down to the south as well. All of this tracking from the west going toward the east. We'll get this out of here later on, and we will become mostly cloudy for the rest of the day. Futurecast showing the snow that we'll be getting out of here, and later on tonight will become partly cloudy and eventually mostly clear as everything starts to move away. Your hourly forecast for the rest of the morning and afternoon period, all the precipitation will be tapering off. We'll then see a mixture of clouds and sun, temperatures in the 30s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Craig and Emma.
Fire investigators are looking for the cause of a number of bad fires that broke out over the last few days, including a terrible fire that destroyed an apartment building in Lisbon Falls. Fire crews had to battle the bitter cold weather when the fire broke out early Saturday morning. Several people were home at the time, but everyone made it out safely. The temperatures were -14 at the time, and fire crews also had to deal with multiple hose freeze-ups, making it even more difficult to fight. 14 people were left displaced by the fire. Investigators are now looking for the cause, but it appears to be accidental.
Boy, what a long night for the fire crews out there. Meanwhile, a fire in Garland burned a home to the ground. According to Fire Chief Justin Goodrow for the Garland Fire Department, the fire started around 11:30 Friday night. Goodrow says that the sub-zero temperatures caused the water in the fire trucks to freeze up, making it more difficult to extinguish the flames. It also took firefighters about 3 hours to put out that fire. The fire has resulted in a total loss for the home, leaving 4 people displaced, and several pets also perished in the fire. Goodrow says the cause of the fire is still under investigation today.
25 pigs were killed in a fire in Vassalboro Friday morning. Fire crews were called to a fire on Cross Hill Road in Vassalboro just before 4:30. Upon arrival, they encountered a barn fully enveloped in flames. Vassalboro Fire Chief Walker Thompson tells us the fire was contained just to the barn. The homeowner was only able to save 4 piglets, though. The chief says the fire is believed to be accidental, possibly caused by some heat lamps that had been set up for the animals.
Well, in other news, a Bangor man was sentenced to 20 years in prison with all but 10 suspended on Friday for a stabbing that took place back in 2020. Here's more on the story.
On September 16, 2020, my life changed forever. Yep, you heard it right. I somehow managed to stab my ex-wife, Chelsea. It seems like something bad needs to happen before you realize how precious and short life really can be.
Joshua McAuliffe was convicted of elevated aggravated assault and endangering the welfare of a child after stabbing his ex-wife and later grabbing one of his 2 adopted children while being held at gunpoint by officers. Despite the severity of the charges, dozens of McAuliffe's friends, church members, and adult children say he is a changed man.
Been sober since this happened for two years and 6 months now. He's been going to counseling a year ago. He sees a psychiatrist for medication. By all accounts, he is clean, sober, mentally stable.
The prosecution says the 10-year sentence is justifiable because the victim's injuries could have been fatal if not treated immediately.
I think that the judge took a great deal of time and rendered a sentence that was based on a lot of consideration. The men and women of the Bangor Police Department and the Bangor Fire Department, an ambulance, and certainly Northern Light Eastern Maine Medical Center did really incredible work here, worked together quickly, and likely saved a life.
Following McAuliffe's 10-year sentence, he will be required to serve 6 years of probation. The defense request for a 2-week stay prior to McAuliffe beginning his sentence was denied. In Bangor, A.J. Douglas, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
The owner of a towing company is facing charges for allegedly towing vehicles illegally. 19-year-old Bruce Lakowski Jr. of Bangor was arrested in Alton Thursday. A Bangor detective says the department received several reports of the All Towed Up company in Alton towing vehicles without parking violations or requests from property owners. The victims were forced to pay large impound fees to regain possession of their vehicles. Lakowski is charged with theft. Anyone who thinks they've been a victim of similar conduct by Lakowski is encouraged to contact Officer Nicholas Canar at the Bangor Police Department at 947-7382 or your local police department if it happened outside of Bangor.
Well, in the town of Searsmont, police are still trying to find the suspects who vandalized a Waldo County Wood Bank charity truck. Our Matthew Dronsick with that story.
At the end of January, Waldo County Woodshed President Bob McGregor went to take care of one of his wood trucks and found a shocking surprise.
I came out one Saturday morning and found that the fuel line had been cut between the gas cap and the fuel tank. As I was under the truck, I realized that it wasn't just fuel line, but somebody had drilled a hole in the gas tank and drained all the gas out of it.
McGregor says the thieves stole half a tank of gas and 2 5-gallon gas cans filled with gas. The Maine State Police are investigating this crime and are looking to speak to the owners of this blue pickup truck, which may have information about the incident.
It made me feel a little bit discouraged and a little bit angry, and just, we're here trying to help people, and then somebody comes along and vandalizes our equipment and steals from us. It's just kind of kick in the teeth kind of thing.
McGregor says the truck was intended to be sold and the money from the sale would be put into the wood bank to buy more logs and anything else needed. As the investigation into this incident continues, McGregor has a message for the vandalizers.
We're here just trying to help people make it through the winter and stay warm, and to come out here and find our equipment vandalized, it's senseless. It makes no sense to me.
In Searsmont, Matthew Dronsick reporting for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
A very special bird sighting is delighting people along the mid-coast. A rare Steller's sea eagle was spotted over the weekend between Aroostook and Georgetown. The large bird was spotted on almost the exact same tree it spent much of last year perched on right by the bridge on Route 127 between the two towns. It has caught the eye and awe of local birders as a crowd of people gathered to see the bird, as many did last year as well. A native of Siberia, there are only about 4,000 of these birds still existing in the wild. Maine Audubon tracked the bird all summer and fall throughout parts of Canada, hoping it would come back to Maine, and it sure has.
Apparently liked what it saw when it came the last time.
Yeah,
so.
I know that This weekend, I know, probably the closest to Siberian conditions we've seen.
At home here, yeah.
Right.
Well, now, despite the freezing temperatures, a Maine tradition also carried on to support a good cause over the weekend. People loaded up their snowmobile suits with Jell-O for an annual ride to support the Pine Tree Camp. David Ledford has the story.
Saturday, the 50th annual Dysart's Snowmobile Ride-In paired up with the 36th annual Q106.5 Celebrity Egg Ride. The event raises money for Pine Tree Camp, a summer camp for children and adults with disabilities. Participants lined up on their snowmobiles and filled their shirts with Jell-O eggs instead of regular ones, due to the egg shortage. Each egg represents $50 raised for the cause.
Everybody really wants to support what we're doing, so it's a wonderful feeling, and it's an amazing opportunity for everybody, for us to be able to see the support that we have in the state.
Although the ride is typically longer, organizers say it was shortened to just a quick trip from Penobscot's Snowmobile Club to Dysart's in Herman, in order to keep people safe from the severe weather. Celebrity rider Jake Warren shared his feelings about the day.
I was quite glad that we shortened the trip a little bit, despite, my love for snowmobiling. So, definitely going to try and stay warm out there today. I'm really surprised with the turnout. Despite the cold weather, it really didn't seem like it stopped anybody from coming out here and supporting Pine Tree Camps today.
Other celebrity riders came from around the state to show their support for the cause.
I'm just so proud to be a Mainer, because this is what Mainers are all about, and it's nice to come halfway up the state. Although Mother Nature tried to slap us around today, I would have done the entire event if need be.
Fundraising for Pine Tree Camp will continue throughout the weekend at the Penobscot Snowmobile Club, where people can take part in radar runs, going as fast as they can on their snowmobiles while a radar gun clocks their speed. In Herman, David Ledford, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Congratulations to everyone that did it despite the cold temperatures,
That's one of the few things that wasn't canceled on Saturday.
Yeah.
So that's tough. They're rugged.
Yeah.
Well, the time now is 8:11. Coming up on Good Morning Maine, the owner of an Ellsworth business is considering whether to team up with PETA to help save a beloved bowling alley.
But first, another check of that weather forecast. Mostly cloudy and breezy conditions today with a high near 37 degrees. Tonight, we'll get down to around 7 degrees. Tomorrow looks like a great day. Mostly sunny conditions and a high near 32.
Angie's List is now Angie, and it's easier than ever to get your projects done right. With Angie, you can connect with top pros and see ratings and reviews. And when you book and pay through Angie, you're covered by our happiness guarantee. Check out Angie.com today. Angie, and done.
It's your journey. Own every mile in an available H-Track all-wheel drive Hyundai SUV. Get 2.9% APR on the 2023 Tucson or Santa Fe, or up to $750 bonus cash. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today.
Bathfitter is a better way to remodel your tub. Precise measuring means the perfect fit. The Bathfitter tub-over-tub process means no mess or stress. A custom-made tub and seamless wall mean a watertight fit. Premium acrylic means it lasts a lifetime. And all this together means a great value. Bathfitter, it just fits. Visit bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
Whether you're hurt by a box truck or by any commercial vehicle, you may have a big case worth big money. If you've been hurt by any commercial truck, call the Twos. We win for you.
Hurt by a commercial truck? Come out on top. Call the Twos.
It's high school basketball season, and ABC 7 and Fox 22 are here to keep you up to date with your local scores and highlights during Friday Night Fast Break. Get out and support your hometown teams and look for our sports crew to get your own free Friday Night Fast Break t-shirt courtesy of
Booth Electric and United Energy, Coffee Break Cafe, JC's Variety, Leo & Sons Auto Repair, McCusick Petroleum Company, and Prouty Auto Body.
Welcome back to Good Morning Maine. Well, many people took advantage of warming centers that were set up around the region this weekend, helping people escape the bitter cold weather during the first part of the weekend. At the Together Place Pier Run Recovery Center in Bangor, people came in off the street to get warm, eat food, and drink hot coffee. The center is not normally open on Saturdays, but hours were extended to help the community. Program Director Jackie Wilkes says she's happy to see everybody getting out of the cold, but worries that this is a sign that Bangor needs more housing programs.
I feel great that I'm here today. I feel like, it's what we need to do for the city of Bangor and for the unhoused people. We need to have more shelters, more daytime, more nighttime, overnight shelters. All of them are full right now, and we have way too many people unhoused right now.
The Together Place will continue to offer help until spring finally arrives.
Meanwhile, a unique partnership from an international activist group has been proposed to a local business. Devin Dagnall met with the operator to learn more about the unique proposal.
Despite having a successful GoFundMe campaign, Demanda's Candlepin Bowling Alley is still experiencing numerous problems, according to its head operator, Autumn Mowry.
Had the AC unit flood the alley. Just last week, we had another flooding situation. It flooded the arcade room. We also had on New Year's Eve a power surge that happened from a transformer that blew down the road, and the power surge went through my TV screens behind me here, the CRTs. I've had lane fires. The parts that I have are from 1950s with the pin setters out back, so they're really hard to come by.
But recently, Demanda's was approached by an unlikely patron, PETA, the animal activist group. PETA reached out to Mowry with the proposition that they would provide financial aid to the alley if a pro-vegan advertisement was put above the pin deck. The proposed ad would read, "Spare animals, get your health out of the gutter."
So I have just reached out back to them. They did not give an amount to me of what it would be, how long it would be, or anything of that case. I actually didn't even know what they wanted for an ad until I saw an article they released saying that they had reached out to me.
In addition to the advertisement, PETA is asking for some alterations to the bar and lounge that is attached to the alley. According to Mowry, PETA is looking for the bar to add some vegan options to the menu, but did not disclose how much of a change was needed. Mowry's fiance and owner of the bar and lounge, Ryan Lounder, says that he isn't opposed to the menu additions, but he does have concerns.
You start buying stuff like that, there's going to be more waste because there's less ordering and the products themselves are more expensive. So it's not something that I have right now or necessarily know for sure if I have as an option to do.
For now, Mowry plans to discuss the potential relationship further with the activist group, but nothing has been made certain yet. In Ellsworth, Devin Dagnall, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
And people can continue to help, too, if they want to go to that GoFundMe page or just drop by and go bowling. That's the big thing. You keep it going. And
I'd say, I mean, other than helping directly with the GoFundMe, giving them your business and your support and bringing your friends, that's a great way to do it. And it looks beautiful inside. They have food and beer. So what more, what more can you ask for?
Let's go right now, All right.
I want to. It's only a Monday. Is Monday
Sounds
bowling
good.
normal?
I don't think they're probably open at 8 o'clock in the morning, but, you never know.
I know, I had potato salad for breakfast, so I'm ready for anything.
Oh, boy.
Okay.
All right, the time is 8:18. Coming up after the break, members of the Maine Army National Guard are set to deploy to the Middle East. We'll hear one of the man's thoughts as they head out for the mission ahead.
Plus, Navy divers are looking for the wreckage of a downed Chinese spy balloon as concerns rise in Washington. We'll be right back with the details.
Hello, Maine. This is Steve McKay. It's a wintry mix out there, but pockets of orange are standing out against the white blanket of snow throughout the state. Next Home Experience is listing and selling homes just like yours. Get looped and get sold with Next Home Experience.
When you're ready to tackle your next building project, depend on the knowledge and experience of Hammond Lumber Company. Hammond's Home Planning Center will turn your ideas into accurate conceptual drawings, and 3D visualization is available. Your Hammond sales rep will prepare a materials list and cost estimate. And when you buy all of your materials from them, Hammond will refund all of your design fees. Hammond can deliver your order from any of their 22 locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner since 1953.
Toyota trains certified technicians. Is that important?
Well, you wouldn't hire just anyone to help you move, would you?
No. Of course not. Not again.
Get your Toyota ready for the year's coldest and harshest weather. See your New England Toyota dealer for great service offers to help keep your Toyota dependable and fuel efficient all winter long. Toyota Service Centers. Keep your Toyota a Toyota.
I promise you we're gonna find her.
He doesn't get away.
The girls, where are they?
Alert Missing Persons Unit, tonight on Fox.
911, what's your emergency?
Anybody ever seen anything like this?
I'm here to rescue you!
You just wait around a minute, something awful's bound to happen. You saved me. That's what we're here for. 911 Lone Star, Tuesdays on Fox.
Looking for your dream home? Contact a Next Homie today and see what's available right now. Sellers, get ready to get looped and get sold. With Next Home Experience, we have your buyers.
The 3rd Battalion, 142nd Aviation of the Maine Army National Guard is set to deploy. We spoke to one of the soldiers who will be leaving his family and another career of service behind.
Getting to do something that you always grew up wanting to do is incredibly fulfilling.
Abel Gleason knew he wanted to be a pilot ever since he was a kid. Nowadays, when he's not on deployment with the Maine Army National Guard, he's serving the community he grew up in as a pilot for Life Flight of Maine.
I flew for the airlines for a while, and while it's validating to get to fly at all, it's very validating to get to fly for something that's a greater purpose and actually gives back to the communities that we're all in. I wouldn't leave this job for the world.
But in the coming days, Gleason will leave this job and his family behind for a year as he deploys to U.S. CENTCOMs in the Middle East. As a civilian soldier, deployment is something he stays ready for. But as a husband and father with a son on the way, leaving for duty this time carries extra weight.
There's a stereotype about military guys not being that forthcoming with their feelings. Even if you come from a military family and they know what to expect, I think that's always a gut punch to have to confront that.
Chief Gleason isn't alone. Well over a third of Life Flight's employees have served, not to mention 100% of helicopter pilots in Bangor are veterans. He says the strong military connection within Life Flight makes the whole process a little easier.
It truly is a band of brothers and sisters, and the wellspring of support that's come forth mutually from everyone and all of our families as well to support one another while we're gone has been something very touching and reassuring to see.
In Bangor, Peter Dubois, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Oh, he certainly wished them the best as they head out, too. That's got to be difficult for them and their families.
And I'm glad he brings up, too, that it's not something that's talked about a lot, but it's a good talking point. Yeah. It's hard for anyone. Well, the time now is 8:22.
Time to get a full look at that forecast with Devin.
And thank you very much, Craig and Emma. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Scott's Recreation, New England's largest trailer dealer, home and Maine's lowest camper and tractor prices, with locations in Turner, Manchester, Herman, and Orono, Maine. Here we go. So we do have gale watches in effect. We'll probably see this upgraded at some point to a gale warning, as this will last until about 5 a.m. for your Tuesday. I would expect this will replace that small craft advisory that's going to drop this morning because of active surf along the coast that we will be watching out for. This is because of a system currently moving through that's bringing some snow with it this morning, so we've had some snowfall, maybe a few inches with this. We have had some snow already in the northern ends of the state that's already reported up to 1 inch of snow in a few spots. So while they're dealing with the snow, the rest of us will start to clear out as the day progresses on. So by this morning, we'll be done with this. The system will be moving away from us. Here it is right here. This will move out. High pressure will move in, and that will help to keep us mostly cloudy for the rest of the day and eventually clearing out as the evening period progresses. So we will see the stars overnight tonight. So here's a general idea with Futurecast. Things will start to calm down as the day progresses. We'll be under a mostly cloudy sky in general, but becoming partly cloudy later this evening. And the sky really clears out of here later on tonight. Mostly clear later on, so that will allow temperatures to cool off rather quickly. But a lot of sunshine for the daytime tomorrow. Clouds moving in by Tuesday evening. And Tuesday evening as well, more snow chances will move in, and those could accumulate yet again with about an inch or so of snow before we're all finished up. So maybe 1, maybe 2 inches of snow across the state before we're all finished up. So nothing too ridiculous to put up with. Of course, we do have the snow this morning. That will get out of here. This will be the next round as we head towards Tuesday night. Wave heights are not too bad right now at around 4 to 7 feet, even up to 9 feet in a few spots. So we've seen worse, but definitely active out there this morning. I expect it to become a little bit more active, which is why we do have the small crowd advisory in effect. And also the gale watch is also up as well. Average high is 29 degrees. We'll reach for the upper 30s today. That will feel nice, right? Lower 30s Tuesday, lower 40s for you Wednesday. Back in the upper 30s Thursday, back in the lower 40s Friday. Then cooling off again as we head towards Saturday and also into your Sunday. Forecast for today, upper 30s, mostly cloudy and breezy. The north wind getting up to about 25 miles per hour. Later on tonight, 7 degrees, partly cloudy and breezy out there again. The north wind getting up to about 20 miles per hour. For tomorrow, lower 30s, mostly sunny. Southeast wind at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Scott's Recreation extended forecast. So here's the general idea. We'll see a lot of sunshine again Tuesday, highs in the low 30s, but slight chance for snow showers for your Wednesday. Otherwise, partly cloudy, highs in the lower 40s, upper 30s Thursday with a mostly cloudy sky. A chance for a wintry mix on Friday with highs in the low 40s.
How much does it cost you to use an ATM? How does $0 sound? Get cash and forget the surcharge fees with Maine Credit Union's Surf ATM network. Find over 250 surcharge-free ATMs at mainecreditunions.org.
Create the perfect spaces in your home for 2023 at the Furniture Gallery. Entertain in style this year with a new dining set. Have room for everyone on movie nights with a big sectional with extra seating. Feel more rested with a new mattress from Serta, Restonic, or Nectar from the Furniture Gallery. Kick back and save an extra 10% on our entire recliner selection and save up to 70% off clearance items. Support our Maine family-owned business and save money. The Furniture Gallery in Augusta, Bangor, Gorham, Newport, and North Windham.
Max True Value Hardware in Unity is the best option year-round for all of your home improvement projects. Backed by one of the leading paint manufacturers in the United States, Max will color match or custom mix any color for you. We care about your pets too, carrying all of the essential pet products in our store. During those cold winters, we take the extra step to help with wood pellets ready to load on site. We also fill all size propane cylinders year-round. Max True Value Hardware. We take pride in serving our community. Let us know how we can help you today.
It's high school basketball season, and ABC 7 and Fox 22 are here to keep you up to date with your local scores and highlights during Friday Night Fast Break. Get out and support your hometown teams and look for our sports crew to get your own free Friday Night Fast Break t-shirt courtesy of
Coastal Auto Parts, Gracie's Aunts Emporium, Katahdin Federal Credit Union, Katahdin General Store LLC, Katahdin Hardware and Appliance, and Maine Heritage Timber.
A small town like this, you got to take care of each other.
It's Alicia Nettomikes and Sons.
When Matt and I were buying this store, the credit unions found a way to do it for us.
They don't look at us as a number.
If something is even remotely possible, they find a way to get it done.
Well, officials in China are condemning the U.S. reaction to a suspected Chinese spy balloon that was shot down after it floated over the U.S. for several days. U.S. Navy divers are now working to try to recover the debris from the balloon as the Pentagon hopes to glean some intelligence information from the payload. Meanwhile, Washington is divided over President Biden's response to the incident. ABC's Faith Abubi is in Washington with more.
This morning, Navy divers urgently trying to recover what's left of a now destroyed Chinese spy balloon after it spent days traversing the U.S. A fighter jet striking the balloon Saturday with a missile.
Rank 1, splash 1. That is a key kill.
The debris field spread 7 miles across shallow waters of the coast of South Carolina.
What the Coast Guard is looking for is where is that payload? Where is the metal part of the balloon that was underneath that balloon that holds the sensors?
China accusing the U.S. of, quote, excessive reaction to the balloon, claiming it was a civilian airship. Meanwhile, Republicans criticizing the Biden administration say the U.S. should not have allowed the balloon to drift over its airspace for days.
I can assure you that if we fly a balloon over China, they're going to shoot it down, and probably a lot sooner than we did.
Democrats hitting back.
I would use two words in answering these GOP criticisms. They are premature and they are political. Our friends are playing politics with U.S. intelligence.
Senior Biden administration officials say the military took immediate steps to protect against sensitive military information, and that President Biden ordered the balloon to be shut down as soon as it posed no risk to people on the ground. They also revealed that after former President Trump left office, authorities discovered that China used spy balloons over the U.S. at least 3 times during the Trump administration. Former Trump administration officials, including Trump himself, have denied the claims.
And once the Navy divers recover the balloon debris, the FBI is expected to take custody of any components and ship them to a lab in Quantico, Virginia for intelligence gathering.
A Spanish court rules Amazon violated labor laws relating to its delivery drivers. The ruling came after a lawsuit filed by Spain's Social Security body in 2019. The court ruled the company forced more than 2,000 drivers to use its app Flex for scheduling work payments. Amazon also required the workers to use their own cars and cell phones on the job. The company has stopped using the app since 2021 and argued it was a temporary platform for freelance drivers and clients in Spain.
Meanwhile, a strong jobs report for January gives indicators of returning life enjoyment. Thanks to one industry, that is. The U.S. economy added about 507,000 jobs last month, and the leisure and hospitality industry added the most with about 128,000. Leisure and hospitality jobs, including bars, restaurants, and recreation places, despite the good gains. The investment economist says the numbers are still about 1 million off pre-pandemic employment levels. The leisure and hospitality industry was the hardest hit sector during the pandemic. I know we saw that in Maine.
Yeah.
Also,
I know I saw somewhere, though, that employment rates are recovering, though, so people
Awesome.
are able to get back to work. Well, in light of Black History Month, we would like to highlight the story of 2 women in Minnesota that are leaving a big blueprint, especially in the natural hair community. Fox's Rose Schmidt takes us to meet them and to see how they're planning the change in the industry.
For 2 decades, Afolakami Lawani has been perfecting this craft at her shop near Lyndale and 25th. But when she first became a student of hair,
what I do realize when I was in school, a lot of the teachers could not braid hair.
This single mom and business owner saw a gap. She and Lillian Anderson now plan to fill it together.
I'm from Cameroon and she's from Nigeria, and just us working together, not just black women, but immigrants. And then at the same time, she's my daughter from another mother.
They each have their own natural hair businesses, but their bond is so strong that they're combining them into one at a new space in Uptown. The Natural Hair Care Institute will be the first of its kind in the metro.
Us being the first school, the first hair braiding and natural hair care school, it's more of a trailblazing. We'll literally open a trail where others can really come and follow.
The Board of Cosmetology does not license hair braiders due to a legislative change. So these business owners essentially started from scratch when the vision first came to them 3 years ago. That made this year even more momentous when their vocational school officially became licensed through the state's Office of Higher Ed.
She called me and oh my gosh, I put my knees on the ground and I started weeping.
Their goal? Inclusivity.
Can I teach a white person how to braid hair? Can I teach a black person how to braid hair? Can a white person come into a black salon and not feel uncomfortable?
As entrepreneurs themselves, they will offer students jobs or give them the tools to open their own shops.
I'm an immigrant from Africa, and I came here and I did it. They can do much more than I can.
That's awesome what they're doing. Seems like we could use their help in Maine, too.
Yeah.
Some more salons over here would be good. Well, still to come here in the second half of our show, we'll hear from kids at the elementary school in Perry who've been participating in winter carnival activities.
Plus, we'll have a brief rundown of last night's Grammy Awards. That and more as Good Morning Maine continues.
It wasn't just a little bit of soot on an old family photo. It wasn't just a couple of books soaked in water. And when you called Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration, you were not just another customer. That family photo hangs high yet again, and those irreplaceable first editions stay cemented in history. You keep the memories, we'll handle the rest. Statewide commercial and residential services. Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration.
If you're looking to buy or sell a home, chances are you have a lot of questions. Norm Prouty has answers. Learn some tips and tricks and explore some beautiful new homes on the market. The Norm Prouty and Donnell Baker Real Estate Show, Sunday mornings at 8:30 on Fox 22. You're watching Fox 22, Bangor.
Welcome back, everyone. Well, today is Monday, February 6th, 2023, and the sun rising at 6:48 in the morning now, setting at 4:50 in the afternoon. It's getting nice. We're seeing more and more sunlight all the time.
We've gained over an hour.
Really?
Yeah, since a month ago.
I'll take it. It's really nice.
Yeah.
There was also a beautiful full moon last night as well with minimal cloud coverage. That was really pretty. I noticed that the last couple of nights.
Yeah.
By the way, today is actually known as National Sick Day, known for statistically being the day when most workers are likely to call in sick. I thought it had something to do with the Super Bowl. This is usually the Super Bowl normally would have been held last night, but it's a week or so late this year. And somebody actually emailed us this morning to say that's why it is.
Yeah.
It's because of the Super Bowl. Usually people stay up partying and whatever,
right.
And then they would call in the next morning and say, I'm not feeling so good.
I know.
You know.
I know. It doesn't make sense for me. Like, they shouldn't have an exemption for football Sunday and have it be on a Saturday for the Super Bowl.
They should just take the day off after the Super Bowl,
right.
make it a national holiday.
A national holiday post Super Bowl, yeah.
Why not? You know,
why not?
We'd still be here reporting, but everybody else could have the day off.
That would make sense. Yep. Well, on this day in history, in 1788, Massachusetts became the 6th state to ratify the Constitution. In 1932, the first Olympic dog sled race occurred at Lake Placid in New York. I'd like to see one of those in Maine sometime.
Yeah.
In 1934, the Monopoly board game went up for sale for the very first time.
Wow, and they've sold millions since then.
Right.
By the way, when I'm governor someday, if I ever run for office, we'll take the Monday off after Super Bowl.
Good.
We're going to create all kinds of new holidays.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah,
so.
and Halloween should also be a national holiday that you get to have off too.
Yeah.
Or the day after Halloween, one or the other.
I like that. We'll form a committee. We'll get the best minds thinking about it.
Yeah.
We're going to fix government, people.
Give everyone free candy.
Free candy. I mean, that's just, you know.
Me and Craig for class president.
Right. All right, for birthdays today, we have the vocalist for Guns N' Roses, Axl Rose, is 61 years old. Welcome to the jungle. Sorry, that's one of the things he said. Musician Bob Marley would have been 78 today, and the 40th president of the United States, Ronald Reagan, was also born on this day.
And I know I sound like a broken record because I've said this the past couple hours, but I didn't know how old he was when he was born in 1911.
Yeah.
So he was quite old when he was president. I'm not sure how old President Biden is or Donald Trump were, but it's normal for them to be quite old.
I think he's around 78 or something like that now, something like that. So,
might have been
all right,
younger.
we're getting to the wrap. We got to get right into weather. It looks like a pretty nice week ahead.
All right, here's Devin Biggs.
And thank you very much, Craig and Emma. Happy Monday. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Scott's Recreation, New England's largest trailer dealer, home and Maine's lowest camper and tractor prices, with locations in Turner, Manchester, Herman, and Orono, Maine. Alrighty, here we go. A gale watch in effect until 5 a.m. as we head towards your Tuesday. So probably later on today, we'll see this upgraded to a gale warning as we'll be watching for some active, so possibly later today through Friday morning at around 5 a.m. Before that, though, we still have a small craft advisory in effect, and that drops at about 7 a.m. My guess here, though, is that they'll probably drop this and replace it with the gale warning or watch at some point because of the higher surf that we will be dealing with. But for now, we have been watching for a few snow showers that have been developing this morning. Northern ends of the state have been watching for a little bit of accumulations, even a report of up to an inch in the northern ends of the state being reported. But otherwise, though, still a few snow showers that do continue to fall. We'll see this taper off as the day progresses, but we will hold on to the clouds for the rest of the day. Otherwise, here's a system right here further down to the south as well. All of this dragging from the west, going toward the east. We'll get this out of here later on, and we will become mostly cloudy for the rest of the day. Futurecast showing the snow that we'll be getting out of here, and later on tonight will become partly cloudy cloudy and eventually mostly clear as everything starts to move away. Your hourly forecast for the rest of the morning and afternoon period, all the precipitation will be tapering off. We'll then see a mixture of clouds and sun, temperatures in the 30s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Craig and Emma?
Oh, sorry, I forgot to scroll through all this. You guys talk amongst yourselves while I'm doing this.
Okay, well, in good news otherwise, though.
And by the way, President Biden is 80 now. That's what I was looking at.
Okay.
He was 78 when he was elected the first time.
So
yeah, I think I'm still looking up Reagan's,
than
but
Reagan,
it's similar, though.
Yeah.
So.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Because Reagan was known to be pretty old for his age then as a president.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. Well, for almost a month now, schools across the state have been competing for the chance to win big prizes. Devin Dagnall met with one of the schools to learn more.
Welcome to Perry Elementary School!
For the past few weeks, Perry Elementary School has been participating in Winter Kids, and they're now reaching the finish line.
Winter Kids is a competition between 16 schools in the state, and we get to do different activities, inside, some out, some to do with nutrition, some to do with family involvement.
According to the Winter Kids website, the program and organization are dedicated to increasing outdoor physical activity for kids and their families during the winter months. Schools compete by completing tasks assigned by Winter Kids that range from snowshoeing to smoothie making.
We've put a lot of work and dedication into it.
Each week, schools are given points based on how well they completed the task. Currently, Perry Elementary School is one of 5 schools tied for third place, but they're hoping to break out during this final week.
We're not going to be able to get first, but we'll be able to, if we get the bonus point, we'd be able to tie for second.
According to Perry Elementary School's principal, Penny Johnson, the school isn't in the running for first place. However, the prize for second place could still make a big difference at the school.
It means a lot for the school. We're hoping to get some more outdoor activities available for the students that we haven't been able to do. Maybe take them on a trip someplace to be able to do maybe some skiing or tubing or something like that we don't have the funds in our general budget for.
The winners of the Winter Kids 2023 competition will be decided when all the points are tallied after this week.
Devin Dagnall for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Did a little checking. Ronald Reagan was 77 when he was elected, so it looks like Biden was the oldest elected president.
Gotcha.
I'm glad we figured that out.
Okay,
that would have bugged me all morning.
No,
so.
that is a fun fact, though.
Yeah.
Maybe, fun, wrong
maybe not
adjective,
fun, but it's a fact.
It's a fact. Okay. Still to cover this morning, Ryan Siddall will have all the facts with your local news.
Fun facts.
Sports news.
Yeah, we'll be right back.
Getting hung up on the fun part.
Why are 93% of Sleep Number sleepers very satisfied with their bed? Maybe it's because you can adjust your comfort and firmness on either side, your Sleep Number setting, to help relieve pressure points and keep you both comfortable all night. And now save 50% on the Sleep Number 360 Limited Edition Smart Bed. Ends Monday.
Hood is the cottage cheese lovers love. Start with our award-winning country style. It's delicious on its own, or like this. That. Even, sure. Plus, it's got more protein than hummus and less sugar than yogurt. Then there's Hood's flavors. We expertly blend in real fruit or savory herbs for an unbeatable taste combination you can't recreate at home. Now that's cottage cheese. Hood cottage cheese. Always good, always Hood.
It's high school basketball season, and ABC 7 and Fox 22 are here to keep you up to date with your local scores and highlights during Friday Night Fast Break. Get out and support your hometown teams and look for our sports crew to get your own free Friday Night Fast Break t-shirt courtesy of
Central Maine Denture, Corinth Auto Parts, John R. Crooker Agency, Osborne's Plumbing and Heating Incorporated, Sweet Cheeks Bakery, and Warren's Waterfront Restaurant.
25 words or less.
Do this with me, boys. Ready? It's just a game.
Weekdays at 9 on Fox 22.
Hey everybody, Ryan Sudol here. Thank you so much for joining us. Well, it's almost tournament time for high school hoops, so the regular season is coming to a close, but another basketball season has just begun. Many unified teams in the area started their seasons this past week, including Brewer and Bucksport, who played each other in their season openers on Friday. It was an amazing event with great action, back and forth, and of course, a halftime dance party. But who won the game doesn't matter in the grand scheme. For both squads, the experience is the biggest victory that there is.
This is one of the best jobs that you can have. I mean, this is just pure joy at all times. These kids get to do something, like I said, that they don't normally get to do, and have some moments that other kids get to experience that they don't normally. And it's awesome to watch them get out there and just enjoy themselves.
It's super fun. It's a great opportunity for them. And I mean, they show up every single day with such a positive attitude. It just makes me happy just coming here and working out with them.
As for the Stars on the court, Tristan Davis was the high scorer for the Bucks, while Samantha Pachalski and Ashlyn Smith had top marks for Brewer. All three say they are very happy to be involved in an environment as supportive and accepting from all sides as unified.
It feels equal. Feels like people appreciate each team. I'm very excited about this, and I've made some very good friends.
This is like my second home. Everyone on this team is just really they're kind, and they don't care about what people think.
This just helped me get with my friends, get together with everyone, just get along, and my personality just shows when I'm with everyone.
That's awesome right there. Let's stick with hoops and head to Old Town, where Coyote Girls Hoops is at the top of B North, and we're 16-0 heading into Saturday's matchup with Bucksport. Let's see if they can make it 17. Great cause at Old Town today as well, with Coaches versus Cancer. Let's start second quarter. Old Town's Alexis DeGrasse with the strip. She'll take it all the way to the hole for two. One of many steal-in scores on the day for the team. Final seconds of the quarter now. DeGrasse over to Taylor Loring. The freshman swishes the corner three at the horn. Coyotes up big at the break. Third quarter. Bucksport on the board. Jetta Shook pulls up for the long range two. Shooters roll and count it. But the Coyotes just doing what they do. Here's Loring to Gabby Cody. Quick pass to Sage Evans underneath for two. That stuff is why they're still unbeaten. Coyotes win it 60-30. And now to the pit in Orono. Maine men's basketball looking for a big conference win against UMBC Saturday. First half, the nation steals leader. Kellen Tynes with the takeaway, and he takes flight. Slam dunk. Black Bears up 9. Later, Retrievers are going to cash in. Jarvis Doles using his size to get past Milos Nanatic for the lay-in. But the points would be few and far between for the Retrievers from there. Black Bears rolled in the second half. Tynes brings it up court off the steal and shoots it to Getty Huzapatis. He finishes at the rim. Finally, here's Tynes working it into the paint. Hop, step, lay-in, count it, and one. Black Bears, their largest conference win since '93. They win it 84-49. And hey, how about we hit the ice? Brewer hosting Messalonsky in boys hockey action on Saturday. First period, Brewers Jed Gilpatrick in the open ice. How about that wrister? It hits the back of the net, 1-0 Witches. About a minute later, here comes Grady Venetestein on the break, and he 5-holes it. It's 2-0 Brewer. Let's go to the second period now. Messalonsky down 2-1. Denny Martin, nice pass to Garrett Card, and he knocks it in. We got a tie hockey game. It is 2-2. Later, Eagles' Owen Kirk brings it in close, tries a backhander, it's saved, but Jack Hammond cleans it up. Eagles lead 3-2. This game would need overtime to decide it, as Messalonsky wins it 5-4. Okay, now let's go to some other scores from the area. Women's basketball, UMBC defeats Maine 74-57. Class B boys basketball, Old Town, just like the girls did, routs Bucksport 83-44. And in high school girls hockey, the Pioneers continue their dominance 9-0 over Portland. And Oxford Hills defeats Bangor 65-46 in Class A girls action. Okay, so we know that the wind chill was in the -40s recently, but it's never too early to get ready for some baseball. Let's end on a warm note. It's closer than you think because Friday was Red Sox Truck Day. That's the day where all of the equipment, plus bubblegum and sunflower seeds, leaves Fenway and starts the trek down to Florida for spring training. 20,000 baseballs, 1,100 bats, 200 gloves and helmets, all waiting for the Sox once they get down there at the end of this month. Can't wait for that and warmer temperatures. Well, that's all the time we have for sports. I'm Ryan Sudol. We'll be back right after the break.
Where will your new Chevy take you this year? Anywhere. Find new experiences. Find new roads. Get 2.99% financing for 5 years on all 2022 Silverado 1500 pickups, or get $1,250 cash allowance on this Silverado with a 2.7-liter engine. Plus, current Chevy owners get an additional $2,500 cash allowance.
If you're eligible for Medicare and Medicaid, a Medicare Advantage plan from Anthem Maine Health can come with all the benefits you want and zero compromises. Just go to anthemmainehealth.com/answers or call 855-753-3928 for a one-on-one Medicare plan review. Ask about our $0 monthly premium plans that include dental, vision, and hearing coverage, along with transportation, a free gym membership, and $0 copay for prescriptions, all for zero extra cost. Plus, you could be eligible for extra benefits to help you save even more. We have plans with up to $2,500 a year to help you pay for over-the-counter health items, groceries, and living expenses like cell phone, electric, or water bills, all on a single prepaid MasterCard you can use at thousands of locations nationwide. Call Anthem Maine Health at 855-753-3928 or visit anthemmainehealth.com/answers and get a Medicare Advantage plan with zero compromises for you and your wallet.
It's high school basketball season, and ABC 7 and Fox 22 are here to keep you up to date with your local scores and highlights during Friday Night Fast Break. Get out and support your hometown teams and look for our sports crew to get your own free Friday Night Fast Break t-shirt courtesy of
Branch Pond Computers, Cormier Bus Service, Kelly Joe State Farm Insurance Agent, Shear Attraction Salon, Tilton's Auction, and Whitney Supermarket.
Welcome back. The 65th Annual Grammy Awards brought a music-filled history-making night last night. Fox's Ashley Dvorkin was there, and she brings us a recap.
The red carpet has rolled out for music's biggest night. And on that note, we're here to bring you a look at the night's biggest moments.
Thank you so much.
Beyoncé made history, breaking the record for most Grammy wins ever, adding 4, bringing her total to 32.
I've been so inspired by every artist in this category with me.
Harry Styles took the Album of the Year trophy home to Harry's house.
I promise you, you will find people, you will attract people in your life who believe in you and support you.
Record of the Year went to Lizzo for About Damn Time. Bonnie Raitt won Song of the Year for Just Like That. New Artist of the Year was awarded to Samara Joy. Among other milestones, Viola Davis is now an EGOT winner thanks to the audiobook of her memoir, Finding Me. Trevor Noah hosted for a third time.
This is the 50th anniversary of hip-hop. Make some noise for hip-hop.
Legacies were celebrated. Dr. Dre received the Global Impact Award. LL Cool J introduced an epic superstar performance celebrating 50 years of hip-hop, produced and directed by Questlove.
Put your hands in the air!
Artists including Run DMC, Salt and Peppa, Busta Rhymes, Queen Latifah, Missy Elliott, and many more brought the audience to their feet. Others taking the stage in this music-filled show, to name just a few: Bad Bunny, Lizzo, Harry Styles, Sam Smith and Kim Petras. DJ Khaled, along with Jay-Z and more, wrapped the show with an 8-minute performance. Performances, surprises, a celebration of the past year of music, and brand new Grammy winners. That's a wrap on the 65th Grammy Awards.
All right, where are we? There we are. I'm doing kind of not a great
We're
job
still
doing
getting used to this
morning.
clicker.
So,
but yeah, I mean, hey.
It works.
We're short on time, so we got to throw it right over to Devin Biggs.
Okay.
Here's the weather.
I'll fix it while we're going.
And thank you very much, Craig and Emma. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Scott's Recreation, New England's largest trailer dealer, home and made's lowest camper and tractor prices, with locations in Turner, Manchester, Herman, and Orono, Maine. Here we go. So we do have gale watches in effect. We'll probably see this upgraded at some point to a gale warning, as this will last until about 5 a.m. for your Tuesday. I would expect this will replace that small craft advisory that's going to drop this morning because of active surf along the coast that we will be watching out for. This is because of a system currently moving through that's bringing some snow with it this morning. So we've had some snowfall, maybe a few inches with this. We've had a little bit of we have had some snow already in the northern ends of the state that's already reported up to 1 inch of snow in a few spots. So while they're dealing with the snow, the rest of us will start to clear out as the day progresses on. So by this morning, we'll be done with this. The system will be moving away from us. Here it is right here. This will move out. High pressure will move in, and that will help to keep us mostly cloudy for the rest of the day and eventually clearing out as the evening period progresses. So we will see the stars overnight tonight. So here's a general idea with Futurecast. Things will start to calm down as the day progresses. We'll be under a mostly cloudy sky in general, but becoming partly cloudy later this evening, and the sky really clears out of here later on tonight. Mostly clear later on, so that will allow temperatures to cool off rather quickly, but a lot of sunshine for the daytime tomorrow. Clouds moving in by Tuesday evening, and Tuesday evening as well, more snow chances will move in, and those could accumulate yet again with about an inch or so of snow before we're all finished up. So maybe 1, maybe 2 inches of snow across the state before we're all finished up, so nothing too ridiculous to put up with. Of course, we do have the snow this morning. That will get out of here. This will be the next round as we head towards Tuesday night. Wave heights are not too bad right now at around 4 to 7 feet, even up to 9 feet in a few spots. So we've seen worse, but definitely active out there this morning. I expect it to become a little bit more active, which is why we do have the small crowd advisory in effect, and also the gale watch is also up as well. Average high is 29 degrees. We'll reach for the upper 30s today. That will feel nice, right? Lower 30s Tuesday, lower 40s for you Wednesday. Back in the upper 30s Thursday, back in the lower 40s Friday. Then cooling off again as we head towards Saturday and also into your Sunday. Forecast for today, upper 30s, mostly cloudy and breezy. The north wind getting up to about 25 miles per hour. Later on tonight, 7 degrees, partly cloudy and breezy out there again. The north wind getting up to about 20 miles per hour. For tomorrow, lower 30s, mostly sunny. Southeast wind at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Scott's Recreation extended forecast. So here's the general idea. We'll see a lot of sunshine again Tuesday, highs in the low 30s, but slight chance for snow showers for your Wednesday. Otherwise, partly cloudy, highs in the lower 40s, upper 30s Thursday with a mostly cloudy sky. And a chance for a wintry mix on Friday with highs in the low 40s.
It's your Monday morning and your Friday night. It's your suitcase, your hotspot, and your movie theater. It's your car. Find it at Quirk.
On the next Last Man Standing, the favorite daughter falls from grace.
She's not going to college. You quit her job. You know where this ends up? Cardboard box under a bridge.
But when Mike decides to use a little tough love.
You're charging me for breakfast?
And rent.
Eve plays hard to get.
I just thought about what you said about the real world and paying rent.
And you came to your senses.
I'm moving out.
Last Man Standing.
This afternoon, starting at 4 on Fox 22.
Rowell's Garage has been serving customers in the greater Dover-Foxcroft region since 1946. Our goal is not just selling you a vehicle, but also giving you quality service to maintain your vehicle at peak performance. Browse our inventory online or in person. Whether it's a car, truck, or SUV, we can put you in the vehicle that is right for you. Sales, service, and parts. Rowell's Garage. Doing business the right way every day.
It's high school basketball season, and ABC 7 and Fox 22 are here to keep you up to date with your local scores and highlights during Friday Night Fast Break. Get out and support your hometown teams and look for our sports crew to get your own free Friday Night Fast Break t-shirt courtesy of
Carl's Auto Parts, Sear North Star Tours, Graphic Signs and Design, Maine Collision Center, Rick Burpee State Farm Insurance Agent, and Steaks and Stuff.
It's a really cool winter day. I want to go outside and play.
Go outside and play in the newly refreshed 2023 Subaru Outback with standard symmetrical all-wheel drive starting at $28,395 with 3.9% financing available. It's your Subaru. Find it at
Earlier this week, we told you the tale of a town's plan to save an injured bird. David Ledford has the latest on their wild goose chase.
Despite the bitter wind chill, Plymouth residents flocked together Friday to try and rescue an injured Canadian goose. Known as Lucky Duck, the animal has evaded capture since the summer. But with the dropping temperatures, locals ramped up their efforts using fencing, nets, ropes, and even the fire department to try and bring it in. However, after an hour of attempts, would-be rescuers flew the coop.
He outsmarted us, outran us, he went in between us, he did